Guys, the new update is just about here, and we have got all of the info about it. There's going to be a crazy new location on the map, as well as a ton of other new weapons being added. There's so much going on. And guys, I hope the new year is going great for you so far. If you're hoping to have a great year, you guys know what to do. But be quick before the video starts. And speaking of which, again, we've got so much to talk about in today's video. Going over map changes, brand new weapons, like 7 different weapons are coming out soon. Just a bunch of stuff to do with the 15.20 update, and also updates after that. Now guys, the last video's little skin challenge for the comments, it was a bit tough, but the skin was Paradigm. So this time, let's go with one a little bit easier, but still kind of tough. So leave a comment down below if you know the name of this pickaxe right here, and I will leave a heart on a bunch of the comments that get it right. Also, be sure to use code SIRS in the item shop, and comment down below if you do use that code, and I'll heart a bunch of those comments too. And of course, remember to subscribe, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright guys, so first things first, with all of this update news, we first have to talk about, when all of this stuff is going to come out. Well, actually, some of it is going to be coming out soon, and then some of it is probably for the update after, like the update after the update, if that makes sense. But with that being said, we do know that it's expected the next update, update 15.20, is going to be on Tuesday, January 5th. So coming up very, very soon, and depending on when you're watching this video, that may already be out. But according to the Operation Snowdown article on Epic Games website, they say also from now until January 5 at 9 a.m. Eastern time, the caroling sing-along emote will be available for free in the item shop. This is interesting because January 5th is again a Tuesday, which is usually when they put up updates for Fortnite. So it's very likely expected that that will be the date of the new update. Not only that, they also had said, as our team takes off for the holidays, we hope you enjoy Snowdown. So the team is going to be coming back, or they're already back, and they're ready to put up a new update on the 5th. Or maybe the week after, I guess we'll see. But let's hop into it, guys, with some super interesting stuff. And then after that, we'll talk about some giant map changes that have to do with like Agent Jonesy and the 0 point and stuff like that. But yeah, we got to talk about these weapons because obviously we know that there has been some crazy exotic weapons added recently, some very fun stuff, and apparently there is going to be even more. So according to Zimton on Twitter, he was able to get a bunch of these weapons working in game. Now these aren't like confirmed yet because they are still very much unfinished, so they could never be finished, but they could also just be tests for future items. Like for example, the gnome gun right here, which literally shoots out gnomes. It's like a really funny idea for an item, but then again, it kind of makes sense. In the recent week 5 challenges, which I helped you out on my second channel, by the way, more TheLlamaSir, link in the description. But within the week 5 challenges, it was basically all around gnomes, finding gnomes, burying gnomes, all of that stuff. So it would make sense that they would add a weapon very, very soon. Also, there's literally a boss that is a gnome, but he doesn't have an exotic weapon, so this would be perfect for that character. But again, this item is just really unique. It's a really weird one. I'm not even sure how much damage it would do, or what else it would do. But not only that, we also get a bunch of other ones. Like for example, the tin stack weapon is definitely an interesting one. Right now it just uses the minigun model, but it fires like explosions as a minigun. This one I feel might not be added because of how many explosions it causes, or it might have the fire time reduced. That would probably make more sense, but either way, it's a very interesting one. Now, similar to the gnome gun that we just talked about, there's also a troll launcher. However, Zimton said this is most likely scrapped, probably because of how unfinished it is, but it is a heavy weapon that launches explosive trolls. What more could you want? Now, this honestly sounds pretty similar to just the pumpkin launcher, which doesn't even have really unique stuff to it, as in like abilities, but just a reskinned rocket launcher. That could be what this is, but maybe they switched it over to the gnome gun or something like that. I don't know. It could definitely be something along those lines. And then guys, the final one of these weapons right here is a very unique one, the unreleased electric gun weapon. That's right, and this one even has, or it appears to have, a sort of custom texture already. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it fires similar to the grenade launcher and shoots out, well, electric orbs, very similar to the chill launcher. Is that what it's called? Whatever this weapon is right here, the one that Snowmando gives you. So it fires them out similar to that, and the explosion is very similar, but there's a bit of electricity to it. So this one could be scrapped and just, replaced with the chill launcher, or it could still be coming out soon. However, I don't know which skin or NPC it would exactly go to, so that's why this one is likely scrapped. Now guys, let's move on to some map changes that are going to be coming soon because there is so much happening. And honestly, that's no surprise. There has been like some map changes at the start of the season, but since then we haven't really gotten too much. Obviously, we've gotten the portal portals and things like that, like the Walking Dead portal, the Marvel portal, but we've talked about that a ton, and they aren't really map changes. They don't do anything. So where are like the gigantic map changes, like how we had Stark Industries? Well, it's looking like we could get that very soon. Now, in my previous video, we had looked through the trailer for Season 5 and took a look at some hidden things that people haven't been talking about, but there's even more that we missed, or like stuff I want to expand on. Like, for example, what is this room right here? Like, nobody's been talking about this room, but there's so many peculiar things about it that we just have to talk about. Like, for example here, just this first shot of the room itself is very peculiar because you see all of these things surrounding the pit that the 0 point is in, holding these peculiar purple slabs. Now, those are very reminiscent of Kevin the Cube. So that begs the question, are they made of like the same material as the cube? Because like, where did the cube even come from way back when? Is that all connected together and they're using it to control the 0 point? That's why we initially got it out of a rift way back when? And what season was that? Season 5? Not only that, I find it interesting that they added a Kevin the Cube monument to Party Royale recently. Like, why would they do that all of a sudden out of nowhere this season? Not only that, you'll also notice that up above, they're underwater. Yeah, they're literally underwater. So where is this facility? Where are these guys? And why is the 0 point thing underwater? There's just so many questions that in and of itself opens up, and we'll circle around back to that in just a second. But if you go a little bit further into the trailer, you get an even better look at the hole that the 0 point is in, and you'll also see that there are a bunch of these like shards or rocks or stones, whatever you want to call them, leading into the 0 point. Now, these look very similar to the anti-gravity shards that we saw way back when with around the meteor that you could pick up and they would give you the anti-gravity ability. So it is odd that those are growing and leading into the 0 point. Also, I'll add, when Jonesy starts up this device to like launch into the 0 point, the ceiling closes and you can see that purple glow that we saw with Kevin the Cube, and then the top looks to be the same exact color as Kevin the Cube, and then it launches down into the 0 point to like activate it or something. So with all of that being said, it's looking like this location could appear on the map in the near future as some underwater location, because you'll also notice previously in the trailer, Jonesy walks past and for a moment it focuses in on this picture behind him. Now that's interesting because they made a conscious choice to focus on that picture and not Jonesy, meaning that they want us to notice this building right here, and this building is fully modeled, fully designed, but it's nothing we've seen in the game yet. Now, I did mention this a little bit in the previous video, but I think this location could be coming to the map in the near future. Again, they like fully designed the look of it, and it's clearly a lot different from the agency that we had previously. Although it's similar, it looks like the ghost symbol is on the front of it, which is odd. Also, there's a llama right here, which is even more peculiar, but it's on a cliffside. It's got a whole different like rounded sides and stuff like that, which the agency did not have. So we could be seeing that soon, and maybe when that location shows up, underground could be this underwater area that we'll be able to get into. And having underground areas would make a lot of sense because we already have these sort of underground areas that are for the imagined order, and if you go into them, you'll notice that each of those locations has elevators, but you cannot break into the elevators. You can break the walls around them, but you can't break those doors, meaning that they're very likely going to use them soon. Not only that, the IO guards come up to the map from underground. So again, it just all points towards there possibly being new underground areas in the new update. But that's not it, guys. We also have some other update stuff to go over. Like, for example, this is just a funny one, but I had to include it. Epic Games is going to remove the Deadpool pants from around the map. That's right. Oh man, all the way back from that season. It's funny that they're still in the game. Obviously, again, they were for that challenge with Deadpool, but it is funny that they are still around from all the way back in that season. It's funny that they never got removed for whatever reason, but apparently now they are going to. So just a funny little change that is coming to the map. But after that, guys, we also have a bunch of other exotic weapons that are in the files and going to be coming into the game soon. According to HypeX, he says that there are 3 weapons that are coming out in the near future, which also means that there's going to be new NPCs. But yeah, the first of which is the Run Gun SMG. It increases your running and walking speed and also acts like a normal SMG. So yeah, you can run around faster with it, and that's sort of like the special ability of it. It's basically uses the same as the, what is that, the tactical SMG, the one that fires like really fast. But that'll be interesting for build battles because it'll probably give you a similar speed to the Peppers or Chili's. Also with that, there is a Freeze AR coming, which gives Chiller Trap effect to other players, which, as you guys know, we've seen this so much recently with the Chiller chiller launcher or whatever it's called. But yeah, an AR that gives the opponents that chiller feet effect will definitely be very useful. I could see that being a very, very good exotic weapon. And then finally is the Slurp Bazooka, which we've known about for a long time, and Hypex also says that this one is possibly scrapped. But I believe it was going to act similar to the Bandage Bazooka, but instead of shooting out bandages, it was going to fire maybe like chug splashes or something like that, so it could work as a way to heal health and also shield and maybe recharge at the same time, which is definitely another really useful item. Now altogether, these could come with different NPCs. The Freeze AR could be any of the winter skins. Run Gun SMG could be really any skin. It would go with anything. And then the Slurp Bazooka would be maybe like Ripley. It would be cool to have him on the map. But yeah, we'll likely see more about that in the new update. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more fun videos like this coming up in the near future. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos, such as going over Agent Jonesy skin stuff and like how to unlock him. But again, I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one.